To our general session. Why don't you all come in that are out in the halls? You can come into,
Tom, keep coming down this way too.
I saw people
It'll look
standing
great
in
on
the
TV.
halls.
Just keep coming. There's
hate
cameras
that.
all over if you guys can see the cameras.
We're gonna start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner O'Grady.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for being here. It was so great to meet some of you downstairs, and we are going to get started with our great recognition this morning for our high school and artists and scholars program. Tom, if you'd like to get us started, we would like to then say a few words. I'm sure all of the commissioners would like to say a few words, but why don't you get us started? Yeah.
Make sure it's on, please. Marty's not here, so.
He probably got stuck on the elevator.
It's on top there.
Or you could.
How's that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Excellent.
There you go.
Yes. Okay. So thank you. First, I want to thank the commissioners very much for doing this program. It's an honor for us to be a part of it. We're thrilled that you've chosen to honor these creative high school students. It's very meaningful. This is the future. We're looking at the future out here in the audience. I got a chance to talk to a lot of them, as did you downstairs at the reception. And there are dancers here, there are photographers here, there are writers here, there are filmmakers here, which is quite exciting. It's a budding art form here in Columbus. There are people that perform and do theater. The lead from Kiss Me Kate is here at New Albany High School. Is it New Albany? Where are you? There you are, yes. New Albany High School, right? Yeah, that's great. And it starts next week. And you're here, and you're not nervous.
That's great.
There are people from marching bands here. There are painters here that use ink, oil, watercolor, pencil. There is at least one animator here. Where is the animator? There you are. That is amazing to me. There's such a skill set there and such a career path there, and it's obviously offered at CCAD and Ohio State now. So we're thrilled to be a part of this. I think last year was the first year that we did this. We want to continue doing this with you. There are also parents here. There are grandparents here. I met a couple of them. There's administrators here, and there's teachers here, and we welcome you all, and thank you for being here. So I salute all of you. What you add to the city, to the county, in terms of your craft and what you do, I can't even begin to tell you the value of that. We're running a marketing campaign right now called Art Makes Columbus, Columbus Makes Art. Make sure you get a chance to check that out on the internet. If you just Google it, it'll be the first thing that comes up. And we are telling the stories of artists like you that are living and working here in Columbus, and why they're here in Columbus, and why they like to practice their craft in Columbus. So if you do go off to school away from the city, we want you to come back when you're done.
Absolutely.
So,
That is so.
Say that again,
yeah.
Tom.
Right. You're coming back.
You're coming back,
if we have anything to do with it. So thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. We'll get on with the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I would like to just let everybody know that you have been, for the students, you've been selected by your schools to be here because of your wonderful talent and skills. And it's meaningful for us to have you here with your families. And Chance, if you want to talk a little bit about the process you went through, that would be terrific. And I know you and the other team members you worked with went through a process to get to today, and we won't make this long because I know we have a lot of people standing and we have our agenda today, but this is worth talking about because it's so important.
Everybody introduce yourself.
Certainly. Chance Shannon, I work for Commissioner O'Grady's office and the commissioners, and had the privilege of organizing this event and trying to collect kind of nominations from across the entire county from all of the districts. And it's a kind of a privilege to get to introduce each one of you. I've gotten to read a little bit about you and your bios. And these are some of the most talented students in the entire county. And so for today, just kind of organizationally, we're going to bring you up by district, and I'll read a little bit about each one of you and kind of give everybody an opportunity to see just kind of a sampling of some of the incredible things that you're doing.
You know, we recognize athletes on a regular basis in here. 3 times a year, we bring the state champions in all their collective sports in here, and we recognize them. And we love to do that. As a former athlete, I love to do that, but it's easy to do that. We work with the Columbus Sports Commission. If you want a state championship, come on in. We want to recognize you. This was a much more involved process that Chance and his team put together because there are so many of you in so many districts that have done such phenomenal things. As you know, I was just an athlete when I was a kid, but my wife was much more creative than I was. We have 4 children, and so to have athletes is fantastic, and it's fun to recognize them, but I also have kids that are creative. I have kids that are athletes and kids that are creative. I have kids that are athletes, and frankly, thankfully, I'm married way above myself, and so my children are academically gifted as well. And so when you are just come from an athletic background, you know, that's kind of where that's my fail-safe. That's what I fall to. And then to meet to know my kids and my kids' friends that are such creative people. My daughter was in the choir. Her girlfriend is the lead in a production at Ohio State as a freshman this year. She was in the choir, and the girl that was the president of the Davidson Choir last year is in a lead in the production at Capital University this year. And so it's, you know, this is kind of at the heart of what we do as county commissioners. We do some things that are involved with sports. We get involved with different things. But boy, we get involved very actively with the arts, and we support Tom and Tom's efforts and all that the Greater Columbus Arts Commission does. My wife serves on the Greater Columbus Arts Commission, so we're very active. But it's just such a natural for us to be able to have you here. And it's such an honor for us to bring you here to be able to recognize you, not just in this room, and not just by the commissioners, but which you see with these TV cameras, you know, to the larger community, so that you guys get recognition throughout Franklin County and throughout Central Ohio for what you do and who you are. So thank you for being here today. It's an honor for us to have you.
And I'd like to just add, Commissioner O'Grady, that for me growing up and for my daughters growing up, they were not sports kids, neither was I. But for my younger daughter in particular, arts and theater was life-saving for her. She came down to Columbus. My family came down when they were young teens, and my younger daughter was not happy to move here, but got involved in backstage theater work as a young teen, and it was for her a passion and life-saving thing. And she knew she had to do great in school in order to participate in theater, and she did. She had always been a B student, and she did better than that because in order to participate, she needed to do really well. She got a scholarship to college because of her great academics and great work in theater. She participated in all theater productions as the stage manager in college, knew she had to do really well in college, and she did. But it was the theater that gave her the avenue to do well in school and get her liberal arts education, because she had this passion for theater and backstage theater. She became a professional stage manager in New York and worked there for 9 years as a professional stage manager. She's now back in Columbus and works for Shadowbox Theater. And her passion was always theater. and education wasn't as easy for her. She had to work hard for those good grades. And she did it because she had the passion for theater. And, you know, kids have different ways of expressing themselves. I want to thank the kids for being here, the students. You're not kids anymore, you're seniors, and you're going to be going on to other things. But I also want to thank the parents, the grandparents, the principals, the other administrators for being here, because your support for these students is amazingly important. And what you say to your students and your kids is so important, and how you support them is so important. So thank you all for
Hey,
being
kids,
here.
on that note, why don't we all give your parents a round of applause?
Yeah.
I never thanked my parents, but now that I'm a parent,
You like them.
I
That's
recognize that
important.
we need to thank the parents.
And I'd just like to say something very briefly. You've heard about the personal ties for all three commissioners, and I shared some of that at the tables with you. But I want you to know we have a $63 million a year creative economy in Central Ohio. So when Mr. Katzenmeier said, we want you to come back, please know that that economy exists because of you, and whether you think that you will work directly in the arts, or perhaps, and I would encourage you to look indirectly as well. Lawyers, and I know we have a law professor from Capitol here with his daughter, we deal with intellectual property. So those are also really good jobs, those jobs that are related to the arts. So your future is incredibly bright, and we want you to come back. We want you to be part of that creative economy and have good jobs here for your future. Thank
Come back
you.
and have Tom's job someday.
I think he'd be willing to give that up to someone creative.
If we can all come up here, and then Chance, if you want to do what you're...
Certainly, I'm kind of going to announce by district, so if the students from Bexley would like to come up, I'll kind of give a bio on each of you. So Clara Hirsch is a National Merit Semifinalist. She is a member of the Wexner Service Corps and serves as a part of the Senior Leadership Cohort. She's been active in the district theater and arts choral music programs, and her areas of interest for future study include photography, French, and philosophy. Venkatesh Sivaraman expects to pursue mathematics, computer science, and music in college. He has conducted his own research in independent computational biology and competed in international science competitions, as well as taking STEM classes at The Ohio State University. Next, if we could have the students from Canal Winchester come up. So Bella Moreno is a talented visual art student who wants to push her creativity beyond the norm. She is inspired by alternative photographic processes and has experimented with pinhole photography, film, and digital media. Bella has taken many visual art courses and currently is an advanced photography student in the process of creating a strong portfolio. Aaron is a free-spirited artist and skateboarder. He loves working in traditional film photography and with digital media. He likes to push the limits with his subject matter, alternative process, and overall look of his photographs. He has a true passion for the field of photography. Just to note too that all of these comments come from your teachers, your principals, and who have recommended you, and these are their thoughts about you. Next, we would like to have the students from Columbus City Schools come up. First, we have Sarah Abu Rashid. She is a junior at Centennial who has demonstrated excellence in creative writing, performance, and visual arts. She has won several awards throughout the Ohio Poetry Association's high school poetry contest, including first place for the David Francis Smith Award. Her artwork has also won the Heidelberg University's Ohio Poetry Day book cover contest. Mustafa Zagir, little note about him, he is a huge FC Barcelona fan. His interests in soccer have filtered through to his love of learning Spanish. In his free time, he will read up on soccer and current events in Spain and throughout the Spanish-speaking world. He is a global citizen and keeps himself abreast in events around the world. What makes him exceptional is that Mustafa came to the U.S. from Iraq and did not know much English. Today, he is taking several advanced placement courses and has skipped levels. Sierra Anderson. She has volunteered and done twirling and performed at many different events, including Red, White, and Boom. She is a 2-year drum major, as well as has won a first-place prize at the Ohio State Fair for twirling, as well as competed at the National Baton Championships and Disney World, as well as pursuing AP Music Theory in school, and was also received the Franklin County Twirler Award in 2014. Manuela Acentua is recognized as being, apologize if I mispronounced that, has been in the country for 2 years. She has become an amazing history student. She has earned an A in her history classes and passed the social studies OGT on the first try. She's involved in the YMCA Youth and Government and presented a bill at the yearly conference. She's developed a passion for the workings of American democracy and how she can be involved and take advantage of her rights as an American. And last but not least is Olivia Walters. Olivia competes and is recognized nationally as a dancer, both individually and as a part of her studio. She has choreographed and presented dances throughout her middle school and high school career, and her commitment to dance and the stories it can tell is inspiring, and her passion for dance is embedded in everything that she does, alongside being a scholar, poet, and sketch artist.
He's done. Thank you. Good job, man.
Next up, if we could have the students from Dublin City Schools. So there's Lyra Peruganan. She combines intelligence, talent, and an incredible work ethic. Lyra is not only proficient in the art room, she excels in all her classes and is a leader for her peers. Shuffling advanced academic coursework, numerous school activities, and intense commitment to the arts takes a special person. Maddie Nosman was described as being hardworking. From day one at IB Art, she has never been content to just meet the requirements of her project. Her inner drive compels her to go above and beyond and seek connections and meaning in her own work and that of others. Maddie has a strong point of view, a clear vision for her work, and a desire to make connections with her viewers. Her ability to work slowly and steadily give equal attention to every detail in her work is rarely found in high school students. Ethan Wilson was described as creative, self-motivated, and extremely personable. He's a hardworking student and whose teacher will tell you that has had a pleasure working with him in class all 4 years, and he's taken pride in his work and puts in tremendous amount of effort into everything that he does. Furthermore, he does this with an amazing attitude and is just a pleasure to have in class.
Thanks, guys. Good job. You guys are-
Next up, if we could have Hamilton Local Schools. Joelle Smith is a leader on stage and in the classroom. She was the lead in last year's musical The Addams Family and is in the top 2 choirs at Hamilton. She's never afraid of a challenge. She works hard in everything she does and does not settle for less than her absolute best, and is respected and admired by her peers. And she is also an accomplished classically trained dancer outside of her school district and has danced with Ballet Met. Ashley Shiflett, has excelled at realistic drawing and painting and has at an advanced stage in her high school career moved on to finding new and creative ways at expressing herself through a multitude of mediums and techniques. She's an example student through her high level of dedication, craftsmanship, and openness to experimentation. Next, if we could have Hilliard City Schools. Hannah Lee is currently ranked second in her class out of 388 students. She is first chair in violin, has participated in the Columbus Symphony Youth Orchestra, is a captain of her tennis team and a part of National Honor Society. Michaela Chilinsky is not only an exceptional student, but is one of the top artists in the school, which means a lot in a large school like Davidson. She's an excellent leader and a friend to all of her students. Lauren West. She has taken multiple art classes during her time at Bradley, where she produces amazing projects. She is currently in the highest art portfolio class. She plans to pursue art after high school, and she is an outstanding student and an asset to the entire school. If New Albany Plain Local would come up. Riley No is one of those amazing students who is a self-motivated, creative problem solver, not just in the visual arts, but in all of her classes. Her curiosity about the world and her willingness to take risks informs her work. Riley was recently chosen as a top 10 high school art student in Celebrating Art, a national competition in which students from the U.S. and British Columbia compete. Isabella, or Izzy Vendetti, excels in both academics and the performing arts, and is also a part of her honors a cappella choir, has been in the drama department for an additional 4 years, and also competes in dance at the New Albany Ballet Company. Next, if we could have Reynoldsburg come forward. Brooklyn Grace has been a pillar of talent for the music department of Reynoldsburg High School. In addition to being in the marching band's color guard, Brooklyn is also a member of the concert orchestra, women's chorus, and chamber singers. Brooklyn is a positive role model and leader in each of these ensembles. And even though she has had to split her time between the women's chorus and concert orchestra for the last 3 years, which meet at the same time, she has continued to be a committed member of all that she takes on. Hannah Brown is not only an accomplished academic student, she is also very talented and a skilled artist, and has been a model example of perseverance and confidence for her classmates to follow. And her teacher describes her as someone who will have success in whatever she chooses to do. Next, we have Southwestern City Schools. First, Natalie Seitz breathes through painting. She constantly challenges herself, assesses her choices, and redirects. It is the language she uses to express and process the world and her relation to it. She moves toward things she is uncertain of instead of retreating to safety and familiarity. Natalie does not hold back this creative state of being, but knows that this is who she is. Maxime Melishuk. Maxime is resourceful and thorough in his reflection of ideas and concepts, and he mesmerizes and inspires his classmates by his work ethic and skill. He's quiet and diligent in his daily work habits, thoughtful and unique in his artwork, and accepts artistic criticism with a mature and nod, already considering how to adjust his work for improvement. Maxime's ability to render is exquisite, and his growth is exponential. Richmond Salonga. Richmond is very creative, intelligent, extremely hardworking young man. He has a key photographic eye, and he picks up on academic and artistic subtleties, quickly sharing them with his peers. Richmond is energetic about his photography, which is electric, and makes his peers excited about their artistic progression. Natasha Huffman. She is intensely creative, bursting with ideas, and motivated to pursue those concepts to completion. She works independently to sketch and draw out what she envisions, which over the past 2 years has turned into her own personal sourcebook of potential full-size paintings and in-depth photography projects. Tasha is motivated to pursue the visual arts at the collegiate level. Megan Hansen. Megan is an exemplary student in the arts. Whether it's percussion or fine arts, she is always exceeding the expectation. For the past 2 years, Megan has come to this teacher to learn more and more and to strengthen her drawing skills. Megan helps other students and is always willing to go the extra mile. Megan's work is beautiful and well done, earning her numerous art show awards, and she is currently working on her portfolio for art school next year. Next up, we have Upper Arlington City Schools. Jack Campese. Jack is one of the most talented and respectful kids I've taught, said one of the teachers. He is a knowledge sponge. He is a natural visual storyteller and has been honored several times for his video work in the Ohio Governor's Youth Art Exhibition. Outside of the classroom, he is even more prolific, having created Kickstarter campaigns, nonprofit video promotional work. Katrina Mulligan is a jack of all trades. Whether she paints, draws, sculpts, animates, or shoots video, her work is sophisticated and professional. She brings a radiant, positive energy to the classroom, and her enthusiasm for learning is obvious. Katrina aspires to become a professional filmmaker. Next, we have Whitehall City Schools. Oslia Abacor has shown that she has consistently grown in her skills, concepts, and techniques in the art classroom, and her upbeat attitude inspires her peers. Sydney McQuaid. Sydney demonstrates outstanding talent artistically, even though she rarely had art classes in her schedule until this year. Last year, her painting was selected to be honored by the Board of Education's Art Scholars Program. She has consistently been the go-to girl student when students and teachers have had advertising needs, because she identifies the hook of an issue and designs wonderful graphics and images that draw people to get involved. Last but not least, we have Worthington. Claire Lamb has proven herself to be a developing master in the art of composition. Whether through exposition, reflection, or a variety of creative forms, Claire has matured in many respects of technique. Claire is also developing the eye of an artist through her growing ability to not just look at life, but to observe and analyze it the way the finest writers do. Claire's growing artistic ability has caused one Worthington teacher to invite Claire to co-teach a creative writing course. Claire has also demonstrated an extraordinary potential to be an amazing artist. Hannah Self. She is an intelligent, artistic, family-oriented, and very hardworking young lady. She has attended Otterbein University's Ceramic Institute for the last 3 summers, participating in studio experiences alongside art teachers, professional artists, undergrad and graduate college students. Her work is mostly figurative and narrative, but often themes revolve around our place in the world, our relationship to nature, and environmental concerns. She is now enrolled in the Art and Environment program offered through the Wexner Center for the Arts at Ohio State. Certainly. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So we can just move right in.
Yep. Okay, we are on to our regular agenda, and thank you
There's nobody
for.
left.
Nobody left, yeah.
Well, we have a short agenda, so on to Court of Common Pleas.
Resolution number 817-15, authorizing an addendum to the existing contract with the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction for the Community Corrections Jail Diversion 408 program of the Common Pleas Court, an increase of $7,500 for a new total of $363,703.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kimberly Canada, Director of Finance for the Common Pleas Court. And with me is Susan Bledsoe. She is our new Deputy Court Director for the court.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I thought everybody was here for my introduction. Disappointed.
You thought it was a party for
Well, they
you,
were.
huh?
This contract addendum provides the Adult Probation Community Correction Jail Diversion Program additional funding to restore a portion of their general operating and programming services that were reduced in prior budget cycles. Pending any questions, we request your approval.
Move approval of 817-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 817-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
That was easy.
It's not always going to be
Not-
like
not
this.
good.
Set pretty high expectations.
Yeah.
Reese the skids for you, don't worry, eventually.
Prosecuting attorney.
Resolution number 818-15, authorizing receipt of grant monies from the Ohio Attorney General's Office of Crime Victim Services section for the addition for one full-time victim witness assistant and funding to fully compensate two current victim with witness assistants. Sorry.
Thank you, President Brown and Commissioners. This is a resolution to authorize receipt of grant monies from the Attorney General's Office in connection with adding an additional person that will be placed at the Children's Advocacy Center at Children's Hospital full-time. We previously had someone assigned out there in the past, and they were rotating back and forth from our office to that location. And as you know, the goal is to have the entire group of people involved in those kind of cases housed at one location. This will permit us to, again, assign someone full-time to that location, and it also authorizes additional funding for the compensation of the two current victim witness assistants otherwise in our office that work as victim advocates primarily on domestic violence and rape cases.
This is Karen Day's center?
Yes.
This is her program? Great.
Correct.
Great.
Move approval of 818-15.
I will second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 818-15 has been adopted.
The Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 819-15, authorizing a contract with Franklin County Children's Services for police protection at its office locations within Franklin County in the amount of $1,170,000.
Morning, Commissioners. Dave Richardson, Director of Administrative Services for Sheriff Scott. This resolution approves a contract with Franklin County Children's Services to allow the Sheriff's Office to continue to provide police services at their office locations throughout the county. The term of the contract is August 1st, 2015 to July 31st, 2016, and will cover the services provided by 9 sheriff deputies. Pending any questions, I ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 819-15.
I will second that.
Moved
Hey,
and
I'm sorry,
sorry.
Victoria. Dave, is this being paid for by Children's Services funds? Is that what this is?
That
This
is correct, yes.
All
They-
Children's Services
They
funds?
they reimburse us. I think it's, I'm not sure what the portion is from their perspective, but yes, it is a reimbursement to the sheriff's office.
Okay, great.
Okay. Commissioner O'Grady, I think.
It's been moved and
Okay.
it's been moved and seconded.
Okay.
Aye. How about aye?
Okay. Okay, resolution number 819-15 has been adopted.
Well,
No,
I
we
was the
didn't
only one who voted.
Oh, okay.
I screwed
Commissioner
it
Brooks?
up.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye,
Resolution number
There we go.
819-15 has been adopted.
thank you.
Resolution number 820-15, authorizing a transfer of appropriations and a purchase order for the return of prisoners.
Commissioners, this will approve the transfer of appropriations and purchase order for the expenses that were for the pursuit and transportation of prisoners. It covers expenses for transporting 30 prisoners during August and 41 prisoners during September. The itemized reports have been submitted and approved by the sheriff, and with no questions, I ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 8/2015.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 820-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 821-15, authorizing the transfer of non-general fund appropriations for the Franklin County Drug Task Force.
Commissioners, our last resolution will authorize a transfer of appropriations to purchase a video archiving system for the Drug Task Force. Sufficient appropriations are available for the transfer, and it will be reimbursed by the 2014 Drug Task Force grant from the state. And with the above said, I respectfully ask passage of this resolution.
Move approval of 8/2115.
Second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 821-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Resolution number 822-15, approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions this week. Department of Job and Family Services, 3 promotions, 1 disability separation, 1 retirement, 1 leave of absence, and 1 promotion and transfer. Fleet Management, 1 suspension. Human Resources, 1 leave of absence. And Public Facilities Management, 1 new hire. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
Move approval of 8/2215.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 822-15 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Purchasing.
Resolution number 823-15, approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $2,096,918.71.
Commissioners, good morning. Chris Johnston, representing the Franklin County Purchasing Department. Resolution before you requests your approval of 80 purchase orders. Purchase orders have been pre-certified as to the availability of funds, and pending any questions, we recommend their approval.
Move approval of 8/2315.
I'll second that and just ask, Chris, there's nothing unusual in this
These are
listing?
Normal
Okay.
and routine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 823-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Board of Commissioner resolution.
Resolution number 824-15, authorizing an application to the Franklin County Court of Common Pleas for employment of legal counsel for the drafting of contract documents.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator. Commissioners, the Prosecuting Attorney's Office would like to engage counsel to assist in the drafting of base contract documents for the construction management at-risk delivery system. This resolution would jointly authorize an application to the Court of Common Pleas to permit this engagement. And pending any statements from the prosecutor.
The Commissioners will recollect, we, several years back, I lose track, maybe when we were going through the total quality contracting provisions that were adopted, utilized Stan Dabrowski from a major law firm to assist us in that. He has past experience, as you know, both at the state level and in private practice, and he's agreed to, again, assist us on this, and so we recommend its approval.
Move approval of 8/2415.
I'll second that. Just a quick question. Is he still with the same law firm?
Yes, as far as I know.
Okay, it doesn't say his firm here. I just wondered.
Yeah, and I think the contract's with him individually as opposed to
Yeah,
with the
you
firm.
hire a lawyer, not the law firm, right? Yep, okay, got it.
Okay. Moving to second and voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 824-15 has been adopted.
Do we have journalization?
I have one journalization. Case number Annex-MNI-36-15, a municipal annexation, Annex MNMU-NI-36-15, was filed with the Franklin County Economic Development and Planning Department on November the 3rd, 2015. The petition is requesting to annex 7.1 plus or minus acres of the Orders Road public right-of-way from Jackson Township to the city of Grove City. The petition was filed by Stephen J. Smith on behalf of the City of Grove City. The petition will be considered by the Board of Commissioners on November the 24th, 2015. Site Orders Road, public right-of-way.
Okay, with that, we are adjourned.
Good job.